So let me guess, you've tried using AI, it gave you garbage, and now you think it's overhyped. I'm here to tell you that it is definitely 100% not. You just suck at writing prompts. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to write professional level prompts and how to effectively prompt engineer. This is absolutely vital to getting any sort of good value out of AI. So, the first thing you want to do, you're always going to start with assigning a role to your agent or to the LLM. So, for example, you don't want to just go in and say, "Hey, write me a video script," or "Write me a YouTube Shorts script," right? You're going to get absolute garbage back. Instead, go in and say something like you are a highly skilled and creative short form content writer with a particular knack for crafting engaging viral videos, right? That that helps set the that helps set your LLM up to know what it's essentially supposed to be, right? Now, doing this can actually boost your accuracy by 10%, which is wild. Now, the other thing you can do, and this actually improves your accuracy by up to another 25%, glaze it. Absolutely just fucking glaze it. Compliment your model, right? Let them know how good they are at their job. And the cool thing about this is you can switch it up, right? Between prompts, right? So let's say you need business advice, right? You can say, hey, you're a, highly skilled, seasoned business consultant, right? You can do the same with marketing help, literally anything, recruiting, coming up with cold emails, any of that, right? Next, you're going to want to give it a task. So with this, there's three things you really need, right? Command, clarity, and context. So for example, don't don't give it a simple prompt and say, "Can you help me with this idea?" Or some other sort of super vague language. Instead, write something like, "Hey, could you give me a 3-minute YouTube script explaining how to use Zapier and 11 Labs to build a voice agent for real estate leads?" Right? Super specific. You're telling it exactly what you want it to do, and you're going to get great results from that. Part of this, AI does not like when you are vague, right? It wants that structure, and with that structure, you're going to get much, much better results. Now, another kind of bonus thing you can do here, you can add variables into it, right? So you could tell it also, "Hey, use a confident Gen Z tone and keep it under 500 words, 800 words," right? The more specific you are, the better outcome you're going to have. Now, this next step is I don't see people using it a lot, but it is extremely, extremely important. It's very, very underrated, I think personally. So, in this step, you're going to just tell the agent or the LLM that you need it to think step by step, right? You want clear phases of the thought process, right? So that then forces the LLM or the AI agent that you're working with to slow down and process things logically, right? It's kind of like if you were to, you know, try and explain to a kid, I don't know, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You're not just going to be like, "Well, throw some peanut butter and jelly on bread and you have a sandwich," right? That kid is going to be very, very confused, and you are probably going to have a giant mess in your house. All right, so the last part, right? So for this, you're going to want to give it some sort of business context, right? And you want to provide it with, and this sounds crazy, but trust me on this, you're going to want to provide it with emotional reason to care for you, right? So, for example, you could write something like, "This task is extremely important to my business. I'm building an AI agency that helps small businesses automate lead follow up, and I need a really strong prompt to generate consistent scripts. Your accuracy and depth here are vital to my career," right? Now, the model has no emotions, but it's trained to simulate a high stakes scenario better when you're able to give it some sort of emotional cues, right? So essentially, it starts trying harder, which is kind of wild. And then, kind of as a bonus, you can also provide examples to the model. Now, this will basically tell the model how you want it to behave, right? Like how you want it to respond to the prompt or a user, right? So basically, for this, you would want to give an example of a prompt. Excuse me. You'd want to give an example of a prompt and the type of response that you're looking for, and say, "Hey, match this format," right? So QA, QA. Typically, you're gonna want to do 3 to 5 solid examples. That's going to give you the best results at the best cost. Optimally, you'd want to do 10 to 30 examples and just store them somewhere in a prompt library, right? Google Sheets if you have to, right? Just anywhere. And that'll help you get outputs then that are consistent, branded, and intentional. So, to sum all of this all up, I know I went kind of fast here. You're going to assign a role. You're going to start with a verb. You're going to add task-specific variables, right? You're going to tell it to think step by step, give emotional and business context, and then provide examples. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's the key to writing good prompts. With this, you're going to get much better results. You will notice an instant increase, right, in how reliable the results are that you're getting back from the model, right? You're going to improve your prompt engineering by 1,000,000% with this, right? This was absolutely life changing for me to figure this out. And yeah, I wanted to share it with everybody here. If anybody would like a copy and paste template, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll get you hooked up with one. All right, peace.